So Josh had mentioned when he releases Taylor out of the kennel, she shoots through all the thresholds and then starts circling frantically in the training room. And it made me remember something Maria had told me, that she cannot release them off place or out of the kennel. She has to heel them through the house, because if she releases them, it's madness. It's craziness. Like the place guys will shoot 50 feet behind them, and they're just like completely insane. And so I didn't even tell Josh that, and he noticed it this morning. So that's, a little something that we can work on. The choices on her own.
That's a better.
Kesha on her own makes good choices, right? But Taylor cannot be left out. She does what you just saw.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna be more of working them outside of command, because I think in command they're pretty solid. We'll work them together. We got, we'll make sure they're solid together. But I noticed when I released her out of the kennel, she ran out of the kennel, but then she also just ran out this door, like you said,
circling
around here.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do with her, we're gonna go do a setup right now, which is gonna be nice. We're gonna go off property and find dogs, work on that. But in between, I'm gonna release her. I'm gonna, that she's gonna go crazy, right? Just like you said at home, in between if she's not in command, she's going crazy. So the way we're gonna work that is we're gonna release her, and if she's doing a lot of movement, walking around the room and stuff, I'm just gonna correct her silently.
The energy. If
she puts herself in a down or something, I'm just gonna release her until she figures out this. You see me do it a couple times. What she did is she just came over to me and wait. She's waiting on her own. I didn't tell her to sit, I didn't tell her to stay. So this is gonna produce her defaulting to calm and like no movement or little movement, unless I'm saying, let's go, move.
Yeah,
right?
read the room.
Read the room. So she'll learn that another dog would do this. If a dog was in the room resting, trying to relax, trying to take it easy, and she was, she would get corrected.
Yeah, she would.
So I'm just correcting her like another dog would, because it's not time for movement, right? I released her out the door, but that doesn't mean it's free to go everywhere. So she's reading the room, like you said, she's learning 2 reps of me correcting the movement, and she came over here and sat down next to me and waited. We had a stress yawn there, which is good. She's de-stressing or taking down the anxiety. She's calming down a little bit. And so we're gonna do a lot of that with her and Kesha, separately and then also together. So when they're released, it's not a race, right? We're not going into competition. The word break, has context to it. So depending on what situation we're in, it's gonna mean different things, right? It's gonna mean there's a different level of acceptance as far as energy. If I say break and you're going after the frisbee, sure, high energy, of course. In the living room,
no.
Low energy. So they're smart enough to be able to understand that. Like you said, read the room. That's what we're going to create by allowing them to make the mistake and correcting it and not giving a command, right? Letting them figure out how to cope without us having to micromanage with a command, heel through the house, which is all good. It's good to have that. It's great to have that. But you can see it can get a little annoying. It can. They've been living with them
Oddly
for
enough,
years.
we've had to do this same protocol with 2 other dogs, and they were both German Shepherds. One was Sirius. One was Alistair, and the other was Odin, a German Shepherd, and that both had the same complaint of like, if we release him, it's like a lit firecracker, right? So it's just interesting. It's a trait of the breed, I think.
They're more susceptible to it. Yeah. They get on their patterns, right? So we use structure.
It's almost like computer programming.
They know exactly what's coming next. We do this, we go to this door, we do this. And then in the process of waiting for you to catch up to them in the door,
they're circling. Yeah.
Because my mind's already out there.
Yes.
Right? So that's a state of mind that you can correct.
Yes.
That creates anxiety, which is why these guys can get whiny. These dogs aren't though. These dogs are actually really good and quiet and really well behaved. But usually it does lead to whining and stuff because they're thinking about the next thing. So having that structure is nice every day. It's nice, but it can create this. It can create
anticipatory.
They know exactly what's happening next. They know exactly what's happening next, which can create some of that anticipatory anxiety. Where I think what's going to solve that is letting them free. Don't use the commands and correcting them for little unwanted energy raises and movements. It's going to keep them kind of guessing, right? It's going to keep them kind of in check as far as what they're allowed to do with their energy. Good girl. She's got a program here too, because they come here often to board, to just stay on vacation while their owners are gone. So she's associating it with playtime in the yard
Hike.
or a hike.
Or mom and dad are here.
Or mom and dad here.
Shoot up the driveway screaming.
They're all just fun things.
Yeah.
So they just come here to have fun. So now they're here for tune-up.
She's like, wait a minute.
Whenever
This is not what I signed up for.
Right. So these guys they usually don't care. They usually open the door, let me go. We're going on a hike or romp around.
Yeah, your mom's paying us to train you now.
So when she's coming out, we're getting an authentic reaction that they would see at home. We're getting the same thing. We're getting that high energy, like, here we go, and she comes to the door, and so she's looking good now. Break.
Good girl.
That's nice. She's in the middle. So right here, fastest direction. Just to give you an example. Okay.
Silent. No
Silent. No command given. Good. Just disagreement with what you did. So basically, it's like, I didn't like what you did. Try something else. She does something else. I like it. Good. You see that? So it's a little bit more. I would say this is a little bit more advanced. This is kind of how we train. But these owners can handle this. Good. Because these dogs they're ready for that. They're at that advanced level. They can do all their commands. Everything that we're complaining about is kind of in between the training. What happens when we release them? Good. Good girl. Smart dog. She knows what's up. Break.
Good girl.
Look at that. Slow. You see, that's nice. Good.